I feel like everyone's now coming to realize that insurance has been having some really bad years lately. Is this just because insurance is going through such a rocky period? They're being really aggressive with their packagings?
There's a lot of factors. I mean, it goes all the way back to COVID in the sense of when COVID was happening, there was like a lockdown on rates. The insurance commissioners and everybody said, we're not going to be upping rates during this period of time. And honestly, claims dropped a little bit during that period of time, and it was great. Everything got back to normal and all the claims got back to normal. With insurance, they don't get to just change their rates overnight. They have to go prove their loss to an insurance commissioner who then approves the increase that they're requesting, likely not the amount that they're requesting either. And so they're going to go back and say, okay, well, we're taking too big of a loss. We need to make adjustments. But until the adjustments get made, they're going to continue to take that loss. And so the insurance companies got behind due to all the stuff that happened then, and they're still trying to get caught up. Fortunately, it does appear that 2025 is looking better. Okay. I've heard from multiple companies that they would call it a stable market is on the way, and I'll take a stable market right now. This last couple of years, for us to be the face of your rate increase makes the job a little less enjoyable at times, but it's definitely, we're still happy to help.
So the insurance commissioner, I hadn't heard of this position until really recently. Is this an elected position or is this, okay, this is elected.
It's one of the more powerful positions in the state. So
really?
Yeah, they have had the same guy since I was involved. He's been the same commissioner from the time I've been voting, basically.
Really?
And he just retired after this year. So it's the first time we got to see some new names out there. And so, yeah, we have a new insurance commissioner that starts, I believe, this month, and we'll see where it goes from there. But the insurance commissioner definitely has to prove everything. And that anytime that we hear people complain too much about rates, we do like to point out that we're one of the only industries that actually has an elected official that is watching to make sure we don't make too much money, or for that matter, too little money.
Right.
We have to be able to stay in a position to be able to pay all the claims as they come. And that's what their job is. It says, yes, they're in a position they can pay it. No, they're not making so much that they're gouging people.
So that's interesting then. Like, for reference to people who are watching, we're in Washington State. Mm-hmm. Would you say that the insurance commissioner has historically done good work, like balancing those interests? Because I'm sure that's a hot topic for you guys.
Yeah, that's a loaded question that I don't know that I want to put myself in the middle of. I'll put it this way. In the past, it feels like the insurance commissioner for our state has followed the path of other states and seen, whatever they do, we do. Right. Our insurance commissioner in the past has been a little more hesitant to approve certain things. So, for example, Snapshot is a product that Progressive put out years ago, and it was being advertised during Super Bowls. It was being advertised as plug this into your car and you're going to save some money.
Oh, is that the one that tracks your driving?
It does. And so the company is advertising nationally that this is something they're offering, but it wasn't available in the state of Washington. And so we're getting these phone calls saying, I'm interested in trying that. And we're saying, yeah, we are too. We'd love to have you do it. It's not ready yet. And it was because the insurance commissioner didn't approve it. And that's okay. I mean, it means, I would say that the commissioner has always done a good job of looking out for the general public, which is great, but they're in a very awkward position where they have to represent the public while also being in line with the insurance companies and trying to make sure that everybody is playing nicely.
So can I risk putting you in hot water then again?
I do that all the time.
So with the insurance commissioner, from an outsider's perspective, seeing that there's an elected official whose whole job is to basically monitor an area that is in public interest, but is ultimately a private sector. I think that's fair to describe it as, yeah? That seems weird. We don't have many other industries like that. Do you think that they balance the interests between small insurance agencies and large corporate ones well? Because from that cynical mind, I can see in the back rooms, all states pulled them back and like, we want you to change a few things here. And then the commissioner comes out a year later, they make some changes that kind of shafts the little guys, but the big corporate guys come out okay.
No, that's a good question. I'd say I think that they represent all the big guys. And so the big guys do... I mean, we're an independent, but we sell Allstate as well. Like we have that connection with these different companies that we can sell some of these big ones. And a lot of the big ones are starting to connect with the independents, including Geico in other states, not in Washington yet, but are saying that, yeah, we'll work with the independents as well. The insurance commissioner is going to be paying attention to the bigger companies and the way that they're doing things. And it does trickle down to us as agents because we get then the feedback from the companies as to what's going on. I will say that when I've had questions and I need to verify things with the insurance commissioner's office, I can call and I get an answer, and I get nice people in the office that answer my questions quickly. In that sense, they serve us well.